and most welcome to the page here on GBC News. This is where we do chit chat, and this is where we get those who matter when it comes to sports development. And today we're going to interact. We're talking athletics. We're talking about the biggest sprint event in the country, GNPC, Ghana's fastest. The countdown is on for the Accra edition. Remember, because of COVID, last year's edition was halted but started on the ground note in Cape Coast, and some interesting results. And out of that, I always, when I get the opportunity, keep asking what are the positives that GNPC and the Ghana's fastest human are doing. And we saw it at the last Africa Games. We saw what some products from the GNPC Speedsters Club, what some of the athletes that have participated on the GNPC tracks for the Ghana's fastest have been doing in terms of the African Games. You saw what they did. Even prior to that, the University Games, what they did. And now, a gentleman by name Benjamin Zameti has become the fastest man in the world to have run under 10 seconds in 2021. If somebody runs under 10 seconds, the first person to do it in 2021 was Benjamin Zameti, a product from the University of Ghana and also a member of the GNPC Ghana Speedsters Club, and also participated in the Ghana's fastest human. These are some of the positives. Today, I've been joined by a senior media relations officer of the GNPC, Mr. Ato Kobbie, in the house. For us to throw more light, we're doing the countdown now for Saturday's mega event at the University of Ghana. Athletics overall, the stadium, it's happening there, and trust them, when they say they are doing it, they are going to do it. So let me salute Rex, Broby, and the team. All of them out there making it possible. Ken and Co, thank you very much for making it possible. Ato Kobbie, good to have you. It's been a while, for almost since last year. I haven't been able to really come in contact. So far, will you say so very good?
So far, very good. Let me also say a good morning to our viewers and listeners. And you are right. I say, of course, last year we are all aware of the global pandemic, COVID-19, which made it, which truncated the GNPC Ghana's fastest human. The events actually started, but it had to be called off because of the need to observe the protocols that had been put in place, so it couldn't continue. But yes, so far so good. And you were right, Benjamin Zameti, who recently qualified for the Olympics, he is actually the second person from the GNPC Ghana's fastest human tournaments who has qualified to go attend for the Olympic Games. Now, it's interesting also because he's the reigning champion, because he won the 2019 GNPC Ghana's fastest human, and because the 2020 event couldn't come on, he is the reigning champion. So we are very proud of him and for having qualified, because in setting up this event by Rex Broby and the Ghana's fastest human team, the target was actually the Olympics, as he set out the 7-year program to ensure that we are able to identify talents that we have, nurture them, and also get them, some by the grace of God, some of them got scholarships by virtue of their performances and are out in the US and other places where they are exposed to better training and facilities and conditions. And I think that's part of the results we are seeing. Okay, viewers, so if by chance you haven't heard about the Zameti story, or you haven't seen the gentleman really run, but you've heard people talking about a Ghanaian, a young Ghanaian, 23 years of age. He was at the University of Ghana and had scholarship, and so had to go to the US, and he's in Texas, and has been doing some wonderful. Let's bring you a flashback. This is how Zameti ran the 100 meters. This was even in his heat to qualify for the Tokyo Game. So my producer will just give me just a flashback, just something brief about Benjamin Zameti from the start, how he managed to just pull away. It was just like a training rehearsal for him. The gentleman wasn't panting at the end of the 100 meters under 10 seconds. Let's go and then give you a flashback. This is Benjamin Zameti in their Texas relays and championship in the US.
The race was the former PRESEC and University of Ghana students' first race of outdoor season following an impressive indoor campaign in which he set records in the 60-meter dash at the Lone Star Championships and was named the NCAA DII Indoor Athlete of the Year. The West Texas and A&M freshman also became the Nkadi athlete to dip under 10.00 seconds, breaking Darrell Green's record of 10.08 seconds set in 1983. The time is also a worldly WL, the first man to go under 10.00 seconds in 2021. The 23-year-old Azamati has picked his ticket to this summer's Tokyo Olympics with the qualifying standards for the 100-meter pegged at 10.05 seconds. He becomes the third Ghanaian athlete to book a ticket to Tokyo after 100-meter and 200-meter runner Joseph Paul Amoah and triple jump athlete Nadia Eke. Azamati's run is even more impressive considering he sliced a whopping 0.35 seconds off his previous BP, which stood at 10.32 seconds in 2019. He was part of Ghana's gold medal winning 4x100 men relay race at the 2019 African Games in Rabat, Morocco. He is expected to link up with teammates Sean Safuenchi, Joseph Paul Amoah and Martin Uswenchi for the World Relays in Poland in May as Team Ghana attempt to qualify for the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games this summer.
So the gentleman that was running was eating our kinky here, Ayoke Gari and everything. This is Benjamin Azamati. He's doing marine engineering at the university. That was what he was reading before leaving the shores of Ghana from the University of Ghana. And so let me salute Dr. Bello Bitugu and everybody at the University of Ghana for really bringing out that policy to accommodate sportsmen and women, giving them that policy. And I think that it's the U-Pass. I think it's really paid off. And I know you guys are always proud when you see news like that, because the way you were excited during the African Games and we were told that some members of the GNPC Speedsters Club was part of Team Ghana's gold medal team, and you guys were excited. Now we've seen one of the biggest dreams, getting an athlete from the GNPC organizations to go to Tokyo. Now let's look at this particular tournament competition. It started some 7 years ago, or the dream was about 8 years ago. That it is a 7-year program to get an athlete, a sprinter, both male and female, to progress to the Olympics or qualify to the Olympics, because it's been a while that our sprinters were able to do it. We looked at Jamaica, we looked at other African countries and other countries in the world that are using athletics as a tool for tourism, and people go there and they do it. And we are being told that from research that we've been the best when it comes to the sprint, the 100 meters. And so an Olympian, Rex Bobby, had a dream. And then other corporate or institutions came on board, including yours, GNPC, and you took it up and you've brought it up. Will you say, on a scale of 1 to 10, you're at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Where will you put yourself?
Well, like you rightly said, you started with a dream, and by Rex Bobby and the team, Ghana's fastest human team. And the thing about a dream is that when you don't pursue it, it remains a dream. It remains there. But then, because they pursued it and they sold it to GNPC and other organizations, and of course we bought into it, we also saw the potential in what they were marketing. And like he has always, Rex Bobby, has always advocated, history tells us that yes, we are disposed to performing very well in the sprints when we go to the 70s, from the 60s, 70s, and the 80s. So it's just a matter of, as they say, sankofa, going back to our roots and recognizing that he had to engage partners. And we at GNPC, even the work that we do in terms of the pure petroleum exploration and production that we are involved in, we work with partners. So partnership is something we cherish a lot and we value. So it was based on that, and we saw the potential in it, and we are very happy so far. On the scale of 1 to 10, I would say we are at about 8 over 10, because we still have some few more roads to clear. Now, like you rightly said, some of the people identified and who have already represented the nation in the African Games. We saw the Edwin Gadais and the rest from, remember some of the athletes who were previous champions are already out there as well. Ida Mensah was winning under 18. She won the senior. She's already also in the US on scholarship. So there are also benefits beyond even representing the nation. It boosts the education or the human development of the youth of this country. So it offers an opportunity, and it's a platform that takes the competition to the doorsteps of the various regions or zones across the country, so that in the situation where we are not having this inter-schools athletics zonal competitions like we used to have in the past, this is offering the opportunity for Ghanaians in various parts of the country to basically come and prove to the rest of us, or to expose to us what they can do, and by that the nation also tap into that potential. And at the end of the day, as some of them have already given us medals in the African Games, the Commonwealth Games, we are hoping that with the Olympics, not just the 100 meters flat race, but also with the relay team. Remember that when we have 4 of such great athletes competing, we have a good relay team. And back in the days, Commonwealth and the whole continent, we were known to be the best in the sprints. Ghana was a household name. When we come to the names that you know, we have always talked about the Ohini Karikais, the Michael Hayes, and the rest.
So when you say your tagline,
yes,
empowering dreams.
Yes.
You are really empowering the dreams.
Yes, we are empowering the dreams of the youth through this initiative by Rex Brobe and the team, which GNPC is proud to be headline and clothing sponsor of. And we are proud of what the achievements so far, and we are very hopeful that by the end of this year's championship, national championship, some of our athletes will be joining the team out there to make it to the Olympics.
Okay, so viewers, we'll bring you a flashback. What happened in Cape Coast when the first leg of the 2021 edition, the COVID edition, I put it that way because we are still in the COVID period, and so a whole lot of people, connoisseurs, felt that because we've stayed indoors for a while now, the athletes might be rusty because they don't get opportunities to go out. Everybody wants to really adhere to the directives from the presidency and the health officials that, if possible, stay at home. So athletes must also agree. And even when the ban was gradually lifted on sporting activities, a whole lot of people weren't really certain as to whether going out or not. But the athletes came out in their numbers, and there was a first time for the GNPC Ghana's Fastest that they even included the 200-meter event in it. Let's get to Cape Coast, bring you a flashback of what really transpired there, and then we zero in to what we should be expecting this weekend, because on Saturday, the Accra edition will be taking place. Let's go to Cape Coast. When we come back, Mr. Ato Kobbie will run us through the expectations for Saturday.
The first edition of the 2021 GNPC Ghana's Fastest Human Search competition was staged at the Cape Coast Sports Stadium. The competition was open to male and females and the 18 and over 18 sprinters. The 100 meters dash race is aiming at unearthing top sprinters, nurture and groom them for national and international use. The finals of the senior women's 100 meters had the 8 finest sprinters going neck to neck. The sprinters were Gipti Oku in lane 1, Mariam Fatawa, Janet Mensah, Grace Obo, Kate Ajiman, Beatrice Boache, Josephine Avemega, and Miriam Donfe. Grace Obo from the University of Ghana finished with a time of 12.30 seconds. In the men's 100 meters final, Safo Ansah from the GNPC Ghana's Fastest Human Athletics Club beat a quality field with a time of 10.83 seconds. The brain behind the competition is a former national sprinter, Mr. Rex Brobe.
this is the first track meet since the COVID era last year. I mean, I'm very happy with the results. I'm very happy that the athletes were able to run the 200 meters after the 100 meters as part of training, because you know, if you're a sprinter, you have to be able to run the 100 and the 200. So that's one new thing that we're teaching them going forward.
The winners shared their experience.
I think this year is Olympic standard. What I would tell Ghanaians is they should expect more gold from me.
First position, as Safwans always bring to the nation as a local athlete. They should expect me to a higher level of this competition, maybe for near future, or maybe Olympics. Maybe I'll be in a part of the Olympics game.
The next stop for the GNPC, Ghana's fastest human train, is Accra at the University of Ghana, Legon on April 10.
So on April 10, and this Saturday, it is happening live. Mr. Kobbie, when you look at what really happened over there, the enthusiasm, the what is written on their faces, looking at the fact that all the athletes, everybody participating, has it at the back of their minds that let's make it, let's try and then push a little bit harder to see if we can leave the Olympic time, the qualifying time. Yes. What really does it tell you in terms of the timeliness of the GNPC Ghana's fastest initiative?
Yes, like I did say earlier on, yes, we saw the potential in it, and it started with a goal and a clear objective of the Olympics as the target. So it became easier to measure even performance along the way, whether we were making it close to. So with the times and the qualifications that are already taking place, it's easy to measure the success or otherwise of this vision. And I mean, it is very clear that we are on course to making it, and we can see the athletes also very hungry for success. And interesting that the two winners in this are both of the GNPC Species Club, which we set up as a club that's actually brought together the best, the finest of the finest after the competitions. We set that back 3-4 years ago. So the creme de la creme of the competition are selected by technical team, and then they are put together in that club where they are put on diets. They have psychologists attending to them, as well as physical instructor who is also training them. And because it is not just the physical training and also what you eat, but also mentally you need to be strong and stable for on the day of the event. And that's why the psychologists and the rest are all there working as a team to build them up. And now the two who also won the race.
Grace is currently the female queen when it comes to the tracks, the 100 meters and
200.
And 200, and she'll be the target.
Yes.
So we'll be looking at taking over from her. What are you expecting this Saturday? Because on social media it is trending badly, big time. Everybody's talking about it, and Ghana's fastest, GNPC Ghana's fastest, the Accra edition. Can somebody dethrone Grace Obo? I don't know if we are talking. What are you expecting?
The competition is open. So Saturday between the hours of 7 and 10 in the morning, registration starts. And who knows, there may be somebody who is doing secret training out there who would want to pop up and come and challenge her. So there's always been surprises at these events. There have been times that the one that everybody expected to win is there, then somebody comes out of the blue, just like we had Grace Obo herself coming to overthrow some of the, those with the experience and track record. She just came and just blew them away, and she's maintained her standard. And for the current or this season's competitions, what we are having is the under 18 and also the seniors categories. We have taken out the under 15 and the lower ones for obvious reasons, as part of the safety precautions in the event of the COVID pandemic. So Saturday 10th at the Lagos University of Ghana Stadium near the Okpomlo traffic lights. That is where the event is taking place. 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock is registration time for people then.
And I hear the competition really starts at 1 p.m. So
yes, it starts
fans must come in their numbers, but we will observe the protocols.
The protocols, yes, will be, yes.
There will be some arrangements for.
Yes, arrangements will be made for.
But we need to be there to cheer them up.
To cheer them up, yes, and especially those whose schoolmates and close relations of them are encouraged to come and cheer them to victory. So
with all this thing that's going on, I know one. We can boldly, when I say we, I mean GNPC can boldly hit their chest and say, okay, the dream has been materialized. Are you satisfied enough, or you want more? Agama Lizard, you want more? Because if we've had Azamati currently booking his ticket,
yes,
it should be enough.
Then Joseph Paul Amwa was the 2016 GNPC Ghana's fastest human. So it is. To consider it that we have two out there, and yes, and yes, the Greece of Boers are also there, and they're in the reckoning. So yes, there's always room at the top, and we'll still expect more from them as we go forward. And when it is done, all said and done, with the Olympic Games, when we have even made the qualifiers, beyond that, I think we'll get back to the drawing board, evaluate the whole program, and see the way forward. Because this initiative has clearly demonstrated that if we had invested a little more in this area, expose our youth to these athletic competitions as happened in the past, Ghana would have been far better off than we are at the moment. So it calls for investment, not only GNPC, but there are other stakeholders out there who have various resources that they need to invest and put in to support what we are doing and to support the Ghana's fastest human dream. And okay. I believe.
So here's on social media, there are two posters currently that are making the rounds. The Saturday one, which is coming up, and then the bigger one, they are asking who really will win. I don't know if you've seen this post, but my producer will put it there for me. If you've seen this post on social media, this one is talking about the Accra one that is coming up at Legon. These are the personalities that will be gracing the occasion. Yes. Okay.
So on the
yes.
Poster, if I can speak to them.
Yes.
Dr. Kwame Banyako, General Manager for Sustainability and Stakeholder Relations of GNPC, is the first person there. He is going to chair the event of the day. In the middle is the Secretary to the President of Ghana, Nana Bedietu Asante.
I remember last year's launch or 2 years ago's launch. Yes. He was the one who really launched it.
He represented the President. So he is going to be a special guest of honor. Then we have Dr. Ben Asante, who is the Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana National Gas Company, or Ghana Gas. They are also going to be a guest. Yes, yes.
Plus some of us that
support. Yes, yes.
Including you. I know you'll be there.
I will certainly be there.
Then the big one. They are asking this question. So after Accra, there will be other editions. So they are asking the bigger question being asked outside is who really be crowned the best sprinter. So who wins GNPC Ghana's fastest human 2021? Yes. So the dates have been put there. The last one will be Saturday, the 15th of May.
That's the finals.
The finals at the Paju Stadium. And so KNUST. It's going to be something else. So after the Accra edition one, the winners will be building up, and then in May they will gather, and then we'll see who is the best. That one too, we'll get info about that particular one and see who will really be winning, and then disclose how much they'll be pocketing and stuff like that. What are the other incentives that are available for all of them that will get opportunity to one be in the GNPC Speedsters Club, and then those who get academic opportunities to go out there and study like other people have done, and then the bigger announcement whether indeed after the Olympics GNPC will come back and say we want to enter a new partnership with the Ghana's fastest human search team or the Ghana Athletics Association or any other, or you come out with your own event and to really invite all the stars, the athletic stars into this country, and then still one of the biggest to serve as a revival of athletics in this country. Remember, the 2023 African Games is just around the corner, and athletics will feature prominently. So I know you guys are having a whole lot you are going to do, but I won't take the win out of your seal. Thank you very much, Mr. Kobbie, for your time. Thank you very much, everyone, for really coming out. 30 seconds. Let's check out.
Before I want to add that at stake will also be trophies donated by President His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. He represented, yes, sure, he has already donated the trophies, 4 trophies to be given to the winners in the under 18 and under the senior divisions, female and male category. So there are 4 trophies donated by His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo.
Wow.
Which are
the president really loves this athletics thing, and President, we say thank you very much, and we know how you love sports. Please continue. Just like the way you remembered rugby and the rest of them, the satellites and then the meteors and everybody. Remember, the queens and everybody are there. Please help them and as well. Make sure that the minister finishes everything, so Ghana becomes the sporting hub in this country, and at the end of the day, it becomes a win-win for us. I'm Theo Sampah. Thank you very much for being a part of us. Thank you very much once again, Mr. Kobbie, for passing through Senior Media Relations Officer at the GNPC, and thank you also for doing the watching. Remember, we'll meet on Saturday at Legon for us to cheer the fastest sprinters, both male and female, in this country. The page returns same time tomorrow. Bye for now.